Okay, this is the water meter. Okay, and you see this valve right here with a little arrow on it? Parallel is on, perpendicular is off. If you turn those little ears around so they line up, you can put a padlock if you didn't pay your water bill. And unfortunately, I'm probably going to say this is the main water shutoff valve to the house. I'm not going to say it's the main water shutoff valve to the house. I'm telling you that if you have an emergency, this is probably how you're going to turn the water off to the house. You need a wrench, you need a special wrench and a special wrench. There should be a shutoff valve close to the house, inside of the house. This house is early 1980s. I haven't seen it. I've walked around the front of the house already. This might be your main water shutoff valve. So this dial has not moved. For the purpose of this inspection, the home has passed a water supply leak test. Alright, we also got a plumber out here, so he might have his own ideas about it. He might. Protocol dictates that a licensed specialist opinion should supersede my licensed generalist opinion. So this is the water meter. It's in the parkway. It's in the parkway between the curb and the sidewalk. And it's okay for these to be here. It could be over there, but it's perfectly fine because this belongs to the municipality. That's not your valve. It's perfectly fine for it to be in the parkway. This is the check valve for your lawn sprinkler system. And this should not be in the parkway. It should be on the other side. This belongs to you. Okay? And what we got here is we got a main, we don't have here, in the early 80s it wasn't required, we do not have a main water shutoff valve to the check valve. And we got a rusty handle over here. See, one's already been replaced. It's probably time to replace this valve right here. And this box should be excavated. You don't have a main shutoff valve. This box should be excavated and lined with gravel. Now that's a courtesy. I'm giving that to you. Okay, we did not schedule a lawn sprinkler inspection. But anyway, there we know. And we're finding out that the check valve box needs to be excavated and lined with gravel. You're probably going to need to replace that valve sooner or later. If you try to use it, it'll break off in your hand. And we don't have a main water shutoff valve for that. And we passed the water supply. Okay. We're still going here. Coming across here on the east side of the front portico. This is the water supply valve, and it does not have, this water supply valve does not have a vacuum breaker. We're looking for between 40 and 80. I know, they don't say 40 anymore, but I'm old school. Do not have a vacuum breaker. What do we got in here? Wipe it off a little bit. About 50 psi. 50 psi is fine. 50 psi is fine. We'll let that run for a minute. Sprinkler heads should not be closer to your flat work than 5 inches. And I'm going to come on across here. This is a good event. Get it all alive. We got the guy doing the sewer scope. These are where your cleanouts are. Your cleanouts are on the west side of the front portico. You got a double cleanout here. I guess they're orientated right, are they not?
Goes to the street, goes to the house.
Orientated right, yeah.
Doing a colonoscopy right now.
All right.
Speaking of,
and this pipe right here, my experience suggests
that's supposed to be a condensation drain
for the evaporator coil for the HVAC system.
And it's not even. It's
no.
It should be dug up. It should have a 2-inch P-trap hub on it.
Yep. So
I'm just saying.
here we go. Yeah.
wow,